From Parkway Bowl in El Cajon, we're here for the title matches of today's Southern California Invitational Tournament. Scratch is ahead of handicap this time, potentially way ahead. We'll talk about that as we go here. This is the Scratch title matches. Eric Hatchett looking to storm through the field and capture his second Scratch title. He was a former handicap bowler of the year in the Mojave Conference. Well, this will be a huge Scratch division win, and he's also got to beat Kyle King to do it. They both have 2 losses, so the winner wins it all. And that's a nasty break right there on the left-hand lane in the 5th frame. That was to take the lead in the match. Instead, he's going to fall further behind if he can't convert the obviously difficult 4-10 split. Probably bowled on the toughest pattern we've seen all season long. It was just chameleon, but you know, there's all kinds of different variables that go into how a pattern plays. And for whatever reason, they've played mighty tough today. Cook a score of -130 for 11 out of 40 bowlers to make the cut today in Scratch. That's by far the lowest invitational cut we've ever had. So the bowlers really had to grind it out, make shots, stay versatile pair to pair. That's why you see Kyle and Eric still around. No surprise to see Kyle. And Eric, I don't mean it's surprising, but this is just a fantastic result for him. He's where he hasn't been before in the Scratch division. Kingberry's 10 in the pit here. He's got 74 through 4, which was good for a 7-pin lead, and he extends to 18 as a result of that. To their left, this is the handicap division next round. They've been going round and round with some buys for quite a while now. Alyssa Tucker on the verge of eliminating Alexis Atkin if she can hold on and win this match. She leads by 15. Spare working in the 9th frame here. I don't know, tricky spare it will be. If she can't make this, Alexis is going to close back in here. Big shot for Kyle to extend to 27 pins here. Strike working in the 6th frame. Well, that's why he's won 800,000 titles with us there. Clutch double after opening himself on lane 57 in the last frame. I believe he's got 58. I'm starting to lose count. He's nearing 60 career titles. Had very few majors on his resume until he finally broke through with main event. Now he started to win a lot of majors. He won the Tournament of Champions just 2 weeks ago in Arizona. Going to add an invitational win to his massive trophy collection as well. Still time for Hatchett to say something about it, but he's starting to look a little lost on this pair right now as he leaves the 3-6-10 this time. Alexis right back in this match. She's giving 4 pins and trails by 2, so overall only trails by 2. She's been clutch when she's needed to be all day too. 9th frame for her. Alright, could have been worse results than a 6-10 right there. Every spare difficult on the lane. That's a nice job at the 3-6-10. There's a million ways to miss that right now. Kyle did Cameron a huge favor by defeating Stephen Manier in the previous match, which was essentially the semifinal match. That sewed up Bowler of the Year in SoCal for Cameron, which is the 4th Bowler of the Year for Cameron this season. Kyle King's never done that. So he won Bowler of the Year in every conference except the Northwest. That's pretty studly. Nice spare from Alexis as well. If Stephen had won it and had a couple high games, he would have had enough to pass Cameron. Kyle put the kibosh to that. Wow, and almost another high flush 4-10. Lucky to only leave the 4 there, but both those shots look pretty good. Atkin now in her 10th. Trails now by 4. Goes high. Oh man, this is the good news, bad news there. The bad news is when you hit right there, you kind of expect to carry on the Brooklyn. Still, you never know with Brooklyn, so it's only a 9 count, and a 10 pin is no easy spare. So you give it a little room to the right, it will fall off a cliff of oil on the outside. If you help it a little to the left, it's going to grab at your toes and miss that way. So if she spares this, Alyssa will have to spare to eliminate Alexis. Austin Thompson is waiting in the wings, by the way, with only 1 loss and a bye, and that's a nice spare from Atkin. Here's King. Well, we have seen this for the last 7 or 8 years on tour. When Kyle smells blood in the water, all of a sudden he turns it up to another gear. And that was 3 awful pretty shots right in a row there for King. Closing in on 60 titles, got the all-time earnings lead. Cameron actually passed him for the all-time tournaments bowled lead. Now that 8 count matters because Phil could come into play here, but probably not. It simply comes down to Alyssa having the mark. It's on the open too, so count isn't as much of a factor. This will wrap it up for King. This will wrap it up for King. It's never easy to win an invitational because there's skill and luck involved. Got to get a good draw on your match play as well. It's triple elimination match play for those who don't know it. And Kyle was on the verge for a while, but he's going to come through with the win. Alyssa must mark. Oh, are you kidding me? She could have left the back row and part of the next row too on that shot. Instead, the 9-10 topple over on a weird hit. So Alexis is going to bow out in third, and it leaves an odd situation where we still have 2 bowlers with 1 loss in handicap, Alyssa and Austin. So they're going to play a best 2 out of 3 for the title. And another Brooklyn for good measure. She's going to win that match. Eric here has left the 10 pin to have any glimmer. He's got to make it, which he does. He can punch out for 194. However, Kyle's in the 230s. Only 2 frames to go, so it's over. Kyle King is going to capture the SoCal Invitational this year. He's happy. And for Eric, that's a career best scratch division performance as far as, you know, in majors. He's going to earn $500 for that. He's not going to be unhappy at all with that. And it'll be Alyssa playing Austin for the next 45 minutes or so in the handicap division title match. Come back to watch that. Good job, Hatch job. Ah, there it was.